Inside EKU Sports, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Order Jimmy John's sandwich delivery today. Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky fresh. And welcome to Inside EKU Sports, a production of EKU Athletics. Curdle's coming off a big win. Big in how many points they scored over Austin Peay, 67-30 last Saturday. Neither one of us were around, Mark Eller, when that happened the other time, in 1925 against Morehead State. Big win.
Sure, yeah, no, it was great to see. Really, I thought we played well in all three phases, did a lot of nice things. Obviously, there's things to be corrected in every aspect, but played a complete game. Our offense went out and executed very, very well. 0 turnovers, which was first and foremost, that's what you want to see. Tremendous execution on third down. We really did a good job on third down. We got put into some situations where, hey, it's either a punt or we got to go convert, and we converted at a very, very high rate. Scored a lot of touchdowns in the red zone. So in those categories, we did a really good job and obviously put up a big number of points, and it was nice to see us be balanced. We rushed the ball extremely well for almost 350 yards. Did a nice job in our throwing game. You know, we were efficient in that category, didn't put the ball in jeopardy. So I really thought that offensively we played a complete game. Defensively, they were a tough team schematically to defend. And you look at what they had done the last couple of weeks, 644 last week against Tennessee State, over 500 the week before. They'd had several 500-yard outputs, and we held them under 400 and really held them in check defensively. That was great to see. And then on special teams, I thought that really outside of one play, the big kickoff return, we soundly beat them on special teams when you look at every category head-to-head. Now, obviously, you can't put an asterisk next to that kickoff return for a touchdown. We've got to get that corrected. But by and large, we had a good day on special teams, too.
Jared Sanders, 90-yard kickoff return. It was the first since 2011. It was sweet to see.
Absolutely, and we had a couple really good returns. That wasn't the only one. Got tackled by the kicker on one, spurted out a couple times. Really had a good day. 5 returns over 200 yards, obviously the big one. But even if you take that one away, he had a tremendous average on the day, and it was great to see guys finishing blocks. The crease opened up, and he went to the house.
Daryl McCluskey had 3 of your 5 rushing touchdowns. A freshman, a true freshman out of Dayton, 3, 19, and 35 yards. He ran the ball well.
He did. You know, he had 109 yards on 11 carries. Very efficient, does a good job in open space, making guys miss, and did a really nice job carrying the football for us on Saturday. It was great to see.
And a couple of fumble recoveries that gave you great plus side field position by your defense. We've already talked about 0 turnovers first time this year, but really crucial turnovers giving that offense a boost.
Sure. Well, Kobe Grace had a great start the mower. That's a term that we use for it, where we grab the fingertips and you start the mower and rip the fingers off the ball. You could see it on film. He did a great job as far as that was concerned. We end up recovering it. If we didn't have a great return in the return game to start with good field position, we got a big stop or a turnover by our defense. We had great field position all day long for our offense, and having somewhat short fields, that makes it much, much easier to score touchdowns, less opportunities for them to get stops. So I thought our defense did a great job getting 3 turnovers.
29 OVC titles, 37 playoff appearances between the 2 Easterns when they meet on Saturday at Roy Kidd Stadium. The kickoff has been moved to 2, and Eastern Illinois can run the ball behind their running back, Devin Church. He's nearing 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I think everything starts offensively for Eastern Illinois with their running back, with Devin. He's really good. He's a really good runner. He's got great patience, great vision. He's got good speed. He can run through arm tackles, all those things. But he's also their leading receiver, and not by a catch or two. He's got almost double the next guy as far as reception. So he's obviously a major threat out of the backfield as well. I think he does a good job of getting in open space and using his elusiveness and his speed in that area too. So it really starts with him, and we got to do a great job as far as containing him. And then I think the quarterback does a really good job. They've got some solid receivers, but I'm very impressed with their offensive line. I think that they're big, they're tall, they're long, very, very athletic, physical group. So that's going to be a major matchup in the trenches for us.
And last year they locked down Eastern Kentucky. This was last year, but they forced a bunch of turnovers, and the Colonels just couldn't move the football. Their defense, led by Seth McDonald, nearing another 100-yard tackle game. So we got to find cracks in their defense. Yeah, they're very good defensively. They're very sound. They're going to put a lot of people in the box. They're going to play single high quite a bit and mix in a little bit of split safety looks, but they prefer to be a single high team. They want to put more people in the box than what you can handle, making it difficult for you to run. They're going to run some bear defense. Their linebacker is a tackling machine. He's very, very good. He's got a good nose for the football, good sound tackler. I think they got a couple really good guys in the secondary as well. So they're very sound defensively. They play hard. They're a physical football team defensively. So they're going to challenge us. They're going to make us go out there and win on the perimeter. Be great to set the good tone as you head into the offseason with a big win. Good luck. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, Mark. That is Mark Elder. And again, it is senior day in the last home game and the last game of the season. Again, the kickoff has been moved to 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. It's also Military Appreciation Day. Free admission for all servicemen and women, plus discounted tickets for their guests. If you can't be there, you can watch the game on the OVC Digital Network or catch the radio call on EKUsports.com and 100.7. From the pigskin to the volleyball, we'll meet with Lori Duncan next as Inside EKU Sports continues.
Grandkids. No! Didi, you want me to help you clean up? No, I don't need you to do nothing for me. Get out.
I hope Mom's not asleep. It's awfully late for dinner.
Break it fast.
Thank you, sweetie. Who wants a cookie?
Jimmy John's.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
A surging EKU volleyball team has won 6 of its last 8 games, gets the 5 seed going into the Ohio Valley Conference postseason tournament being played at Murray. And Lori Duncan is with us now as you take on Belmont in the opening round Thursday evening, a team that you've lost to twice in close games.
Absolutely.
3 sets to 2. So what do you have to do to turn it around in the tourney?
I think that, you know, the old adage that it's hard to beat somebody 3 times in one season is going to work in our favor. Last year we were lined up against Tennessee State, same scenario. We were the 5th seed, they were the 4th seed. We had beaten them twice in the regular season. Couldn't pull it off, lost in 5 last year as the 5th seed. So this year, I like our opportunity to go in and play this team a 3rd time. And again, we have lost to them twice, very close. We lost to them this past weekend. You know, not to make any excuses, but we have had quite a few of our kids have had strep throat, or we've been struggling with some illnesses. I think we'll be healthy, and I think we'll be ready. One of the keys for us, Greg, is we have to be able to come out and establish our middle. Whether we're playing Murray, whether we're playing Belmont, it doesn't matter. If our middles show up to play hard and well, we're going to win, and it doesn't matter who we play.
Nikki Drost has really had a good season for you, leading you in digs and kills. Yeah. Where does she fit in establishing the middle? Well, she's
a pin hitter. She's an outside. But what we do is we have a system where both of our pin hitters, right side and left side, are our most effective players, Nikki being one of those. And you can't sit on either hitter, but if one of those hitters is struggling just a tad bit, then we don't have any presence in the middle. It's kind of like having a running game up the middle of the field, or be able to open up the middle of the field in football. If you can do that, it opens up a lot of other things for you. So, the middle blocking position for us, running an offense out of it and being effective and touching some balls is going to be really, really critical, because once we do that, then you can't sit and put a double block up on a Nikki or a Selena. You have to then respect us from pin to pin, and that's a lot more difficult than just being able to recognize, they're going to set the outside and then sit and put a double block over there.
The regular season ends 14-14, but you've got a fairly young team. I look down and your leaders are juniors or sophomores, so this is a foundation, much like Dan McHale, we'll talk next segment, for the next year too, but I know you're not looking ahead. But
right, and you're exactly right. When we talked about this early in the season, we brought our team together in August. We talked about the fact that we've got a lot of growth, we've got a lot of things we've got to be able to accomplish. If you had told me August 28th that we would be 14-14, want to be better than that, but with this group, with how many young people, how many freshmen we're putting on the court, I would have been very happy knowing that we would have won some important matches. We probably would have dropped a few I thought we should win. But, again, I feel like we were, up until this past weekend, we were tied for the 4th seed. It's important that we take that one step further. This is the thing that we weren't able to do last year, take it one step further. Beating Belmont puts us in the Final Four. And then after that, I think anything is possible.
All right, good luck down at Murray in the OVC Volleyball Tournament.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is the head coach of the volleyball team, Lori Duncan. We'll go to that other ball where they play inside. It's a little bigger, basketball, Dan McHale, after this on Inside EKU Sports.
Desátame de una vez. ¿Dónde has estado? Te he estado esperando por más de una hora. Al menos me hubieras llamado.
Jimmy Jones.
Se están comportando como monios.
Jimmy
Estoy
Jones,
enloqueciendo.
ayúdame, por favor.
¿Cómo quieres que
¡Pronto!
solo? ¡Jimmy Jones!
Jimmy John's, freaky fresh, freaky fast.
10 seconds to go. Harper coming forward. Moves in top of the key. 6 seconds to go. The three.
Specialist Dustin R. Frisky. Private First Class Michael Patrick Pittman.
What we had here today at Veterans Memorial Plaza was the national roll call. And we had volunteers from campus and in the community read the names of fallen service members that have died since 9/11. And it's about 6,600 names.
Freeze and arm.
Following that, we had a ceremony recognizing Veterans Day that included Congressman Andy Barr. He spoke, recognized the veterans for their service. Then we had President Benson recognizing veterans, and he had a real unique presentation dealing with the obituary of a World War II veteran. And we were honored to have Reverend Blythe conduct both the invocation and benediction. And Reverend Blythe is also a city commission member. I think what it brings back is that we care. EKU serves the veterans, they serve the veteran students, and they serve the veterans of the larger community of Richmond. And we take the time and the effort that it takes to put this event together. And I think that's what we did, to give the veterans their due recognition.
I think it means a lot to all the veterans. Most of us, I know, like, I didn't join up for, you don't join for recognition or anything, but to have other people come up to you and just thank you, that means a lot to a lot of guys. And, they could be going through something you don't know about. So just that little simple show of gratitude could help push them on and, help them keep fighting the good fight for another day.
Time to talk basketball on Inside EKU Sports, and Dan McHale joins us as the Colonels opened the season last Friday night with an impressive win over IUPUI by 10. You raced out to a 24-point lead, played really good defense in that ballgame.
Yeah, really pleased. The first 30 minutes of that game, we were really connected. And, it was the best defense we've played in a long time. Got a little sloppy at the end, with the free throws, and we let them get back into it. But we were in total control the whole game, and it was a really good first win.
65 fouls called in that game, 83 foul shots. If that's going to happen, it's nice to have a team that goes 45 of 56 from the line.
It is, and I thought we missed some that we won't miss down the line as well. But we made our free throws, we converted, we listened to the defensive game plan. They're a good team. They're an older team that's got some really good pieces to it, and I think they'll be a force in the Summit League. So I was very pleased.
Nick Mayo led you, your OVC Freshman of the Year, now sophomore, 24 points, 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he was tremendous. And the thing about Nick, you can see he's getting rebounds that he didn't get last year. He's really worked to improve upon that. Having a guy like Zach out there really helps him free up and get some more rebounding opportunities. But Nick played great.
And Sante Gist in his first game as a Colonel, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, an impressive start to his college career.
Yeah, proud of him. And I don't think we've even seen his capability yet. He's still shaking off the rust of being missing 7 months. But to have him out there, to have a debut like that was great.
You mentioned Zach Charles. He's your shot blocker, goes and gets rebounds, and so he's changed the dynamic a little bit.
Yeah, he's he's a phenomenal kid. Once you really spend time with this kid, he's all about winning, and he's all about his role, and that's what I love. He knows what his role is. Get 10, 12 rebounds a game, protect the rim, be an energy guy. He just provides so much value to this team.
And it goes without saying that Isaac McClone, your senior guard, is the glue guy. And he's stepped up his game, scoring double figures.
Isaac's been tremendous, and he's been banged up a little bit, and you would never know it. He goes out and he gives it to you every single day. Just the ultimate leader, and a guy that he's capable. He can score 20 some nights when he's out there when he's hot, but he also gets everybody involved and makes everybody better.
We talked last week on the show about one of the toughest, if not the toughest, non-conference schedules in Colonel basketball history. So on Monday night, you take on UNC Wilmington. They were ahead of Duke at halftime in the tournament last year. They come in the number 7 mid-major team. You fall down in that game by 17 in the first half, didn't shoot well, and then made it a game and took it all the way to overtime.
Yeah, obviously really proud of our fight and our comeback and the effort we had to get back into it. But, I think we learned a lesson. These guys have to learn. I knew exactly what Coach Keats was going to do. He was going to wear out Asante. He was going to press us. I wanted to get off to obviously a better start than we did. But to come roaring back, to take the lead in overtime, really just shows what the potential of this team.
Yeah, it is a learning lesson for Asante Gist. I mean, they were the guy in teal, number 2, was up in number 2 in White's jersey, and I thought Asante got better in the second half.
He did. He's got to understand just I call it the snowball mentality. He's got to have an erase it attitude. Once stuff starts to snowball, then that's where they got you, and he's going to learn. And like I've said all along, for us to reach our potential, our freshmen, especially him, have to go through the wars in order to really see it. And so, although we lost the game, and as disappointed as I was with the result, I know that this is going to help us in the long run.
I knew it was going to be a long time since we found a Colonel that had 14 rebounds in a game. So the record book has been looked at. Jerron Jones had 14 rebounds in 2012. That's quite a feat for Zach Charles, and that's what you needed on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Zach, he cleans the glass. He gets rebounds that a lot of guys can't get with his athleticism and his long arms and his knack for the ball. So I'm hoping he duplicates it and breaks that record this year.
So off on the road you go for a 4-game road trip, and you have 2 Power 5 teams with tough travel to get there, to Auburn on Thursday night, late night game, and then a noon game in Lubbock, Texas on Saturday against Texas Tech.
Yeah, it's tough. Travel's tough, but we're just excited for the opportunity to go and play on national TV, play against Auburn, then turn around 36 hours later, play a good team in Texas Tech. Both teams have a chance to be tournament teams. It'll just be a good test for us on the road as a young team. So I'm looking at it as great opportunities. We're obviously going to try to expect to win both games, but this is just going to be a nice 8 days away, a great team bonding atmosphere.
It's part of the Cancun Challenge, and then in the Mayan division, you start with Idaho State on a Tuesday game down there, followed by a game, win or lose, between either NJIT, which is really now a good team, and Georgia State.
Absolutely. So Good tests all around, 4 games in about 8 days, a lot of travel. I want my guys to enjoy it, really come together, enjoy the, we're in Cancun. It's a great opportunity for some guys that haven't, might not be able to get back there. So it's going to be a fun trip.
Got your passport?
I do have my passport. How about you?
I'm ready to go.
Good to hear.
Thanks, Dan. That is Dan McHale, and boy, it is going to be fun to watch football, basketball, and the volleyball team this week and on as the sports collide and all play here. Don't forget, here's the Colonel's upcoming basketball schedule. Road games ahead at Auburn and Texas Tech, and then on to the Cancun Challenge to face Idaho State in the opener on Tuesday. And the Colonels are back home in McBrayer Arena to close out November, facing in-state opponents Berea College on the 26th, and a November 30th men's and women's doubleheader against Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers in town, so get those tickets now. And don't forget to catch all of our basketball action live on EKUsports.com and on the home games on OVC Digital Network as well. We invite you to keep up with EKU Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's busy time, and that wraps up another edition of Inside EKU Sports. We'll take a hiatus for 1 week. See you back here after Thanksgiving. Inside EKU Sports, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Order Jimmy John's sandwich delivery today. Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky fresh.